Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for today's open day. I hope you are keeping safe and well. My name is Hannah, and I am from the School of Business and Management. So for today's session, Dr. Ishani Chandrasekara will be providing us an insight into studying at the School of Business and Management. You will also have the opportunity to ask your questions and have these answered live after her presentation. Over to you, Ishani.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Ishani Chandrasekara. I'm Senior Lecturer in Accounting, Program Director for Accounting and Management. Also, I take the lead in accreditation for the School of Business and Management. And thank you for joining us today. You may see me disappearing, but I'm here, okay? I'm just going to my presentation. Hannah, go for it. Would you put this up the presentation? Great. So I'm really happy that you are thinking to join Queen Mary. Queen Mary is an amazing place for students, as you have heard from others, and also you will hear a little bit more from me about Queen Mary. So I joined Queen Mary 14 years ago this year, and throughout my 14 years, I've enjoyed every single minute as a lecturer and a senior lecturer and joining the boards. It's really friendly place, and it's very kind of nurturing students, not just the academic side, but also getting you to think ahead about your careers, about leadership, about women joining women boards. There's loads of activities on top of your education. So there's lots of extra activities that we want to train you to become a leader, a future leader. So I want to share that, you know, it's a privilege. Also, it's my, it's my great enjoy being at Queen Mary. So 4 years ago, I took over the accounting and management program, and we did a lot of development in the syllabus, which is the structure of the program, to give you a little bit about, the background about. So the program has been started from basic business and management level, now gone into a professional level degree, and similarly marketing and management as well. So I'm just going to talk about my area and my expertise and where I have worked past 3 years. So BSc, excuse me, BSc Accounting and Management program received professional accreditation from all accredited bodies across the UK, and this is quite rare for a Russell Group university. So it's really special to be part of this program, because we want to train you not just academic side, but also to train you to gain professional qualifications. So my research in accounting is critical studies, critical accounting studies, also critical finance studies, and I take a lead in feminism, also feminist narrative in education lately, and the leadership in education. So I've looked at in the past about Western philosophy, and also look at the Oriental philosophy and where these two things meet in accounting. Looking at also some of the mainstream accounting fundamentals, principles, and also looking at advanced accounting concepts such as sustainability ethics in accounting as well. I also work with a lot of NGOs and trusts and governing boards, just to make sure that I get this outside experience to bring into our students, to make sure that our students join those bodies as well. And to give you an example, we have a couple of students actually working for East London charities, and a lot of the female students have joined the governing bodies in accounting accreditation bodies. We have a final year student who is a female governor at ACCA. We also have 2 students, ICAW governors, and we got a male student who's East London born and brought up and joined at Queen Mary. He's a governor at CIMA. So the reason why I joined these bodies is also to bring you guys opportunities and to introduce you to the rest of the world outside Queen Mary, as much as we would like to provide you education and provide advice in education side, also the external side, to become a leader, future leader. So talking about teaching at Queen Mary, most of the degrees, this is across, we teach in the first year the students fundamentals of management, accounting, finance, marketing. So I teach financial accounting, at the first year level, and then international accounting as a postgraduate level. The reason we have laid out these 3 levels in academic discipline is to introduce you, regardless whether you have a background knowledge or you don't have a background knowledge. We want to give you this great grounding, which is fundamentals, principles into any subject that you learn. And then in the second year, we would teach you intermediary level. If it's accounting, of course, accounting, advanced accounting in reporting, in standards. And then when you go to the third year, which is an advanced level subjects, such as I said, sustainability, ethics, governance, just to broaden your understanding across the accounting discipline, across the management discipline. We teach you advanced level law. We also introduce you to advanced level strategy. We also introduce you to professional skills and leadership modules. So this is why that the degrees are laid out into 3 different levels across the 3 years. And you will see me teaching in the first year financial accounting, where we introduce you to double entry. So I teach both technical and theoretical subjects, and it's not just myself. All academics, we have based our subjects across this training, technical and theoretical training. So what we would like you to see, if it's special economics, finance, accounting, statistics, all these subjects, we would like to see you both sides of this same subject. So you are not just a person who knows how to crunch the numbers, but also you know about theoretical, also broader impact, cultural impact, what is sustainability it means in 2020, being a graduate, to understand the overall impact and understand the overall value of your degree. This is where we are focusing at the moment. And that's also what I love about teaching at the first year, teaching at the third year, linking these 2 together and to give you this broader understanding of the discipline. I also supervise UG and PG dissertations. So when you join Queen Mary, you get the opportunity to write quite a large piece of written work, which is called a dissertation. You can pick up a company that you like to investigate and do research about. You can pick up a concept. You can pick up something that's really close to your heart that you would like to write around 10,000 words. Now it sounds quite a lot, but when you start writing, it's not a lot, 10,000 words. So the postgraduate students are saying that they all produce. So what is the purpose and why is it so important, this project to do? You can one day, when you go to a job, you can say proudly that you have done a research around, let's say, KPMG or PwC or Deloitte, any big company, or also for your own, if you want to start your own social enterprise, you could use this opportunity to develop your skills and put your skills and knowledge into one piece that you'd be proud of presenting. That's the dissertation. So I do supervise students quite a lot. And this year we had an average of over 70% in our undergraduate UG dissertations. Our externals were really proud about students, the quality, the depth, and the deeper level of understanding. So it's a really great thing to do when you join Queen Mary. So my recent research is based on accounting education. The recent is that I'm really interested in looking at what skills and attributes does the accounting graduate need. So it's not just per se delivering the modules, but I would also like to do in my research and publish, how do we create knowledge in accounting? How do we develop knowledge in accounting? And also how do we maintain the intellectual infrastructure for accounting and business students? When you talk about infrastructure, it's about giving you the introducing and developing the right technology skills, right standards in audit, right standards and principles in tax codes in the UK. So there's loads that we need to think about professional development. In the past, we were quite keen on introducing you to academic textbooks, theoretical articles, but now more and more we want to introduce and engage in the skills and the attributes that a degree will bring into your own development. So that's why I engage in accounting education, and that's my passion. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about careers and how we help you to get into great careers at Queen Mary. Okay, so while you're studying at Queen Mary, we also have a team called Careers and Entrepreneurship team. So they support you to develop your career skills and connecting you to employers and opportunities outside Queen Mary, and also clarifying your job goals and plans. So a team of us would sit down with you and provide you academic side as well as a mentoring for career. So we would have in the first year a little chat with you to understand who you are and who you want to be in future. So kind of get to think about future and how can you put this degree into practice basically. So we would introduce you via workshops, via seminars, short lectures, and also guest lectures, invite people from outside to get you to think about what opportunities that you can develop while you study this degree. You can put into your CV as well. So we have ongoing projects at Queen Mary, something called Q Consult, which you will hear when you join, which is developing employability and team working skills. So you know when you join first time, you would probably need a little bit of kind of understand what is a presentation, how to make a powerful presentation, how do I present myself, how do I kind of pitch myself to a job platform where there's thousands of people apply for a job in London. So these are the skills that we will gradually introduce you to throughout your degree via in a separate stream called employability. These are the skills we want to introduce to you. So there's also something called Q Taster, which gives you gaining insights into large companies, small and medium-sized enterprises too, and these are hands-on experience with employers in their own offices. So for example, last year we took students MISA. MISA is a kind of a not big four accounting firm, but the next level. It's a very specialized in audit, which is in central London. A team of the professional services and careers and employability task group will bring you there to their offices to kind of get an understanding of the background and the atmosphere, how let's say forensic account department works, right? When you go there, you would see, my goodness, this is the world that we are going to join and we are going to see. So you will get that inspiration while you are studying at Queen Mary, because most of the time on Wednesdays, you have a bit of an easy timetable on a usual circumstances. So it's a sports evening or it's an extracurricular activity. So on a Wednesday evening, a bunch of you, we would take into office, maybe PwC, to go and see how the recruitment department works, etc. So that gives you a really great understanding of how you can put your degree into practice. So we also have SBM internships, earn money while you're at Queen Mary, and develop professional skills alongside your studies. So with the SBM internship scheme. So there are also ambassadors. You can become ambassador and earn a little bit of money and talk about the value of your degree and share your experience. Also, SBM itself invite you to apply for internships. So you could work for the finance department, you could work in our office. We have had students in the past who were, and also now permanent employees at Queen Mary who works in professional services section. So that's really great that you can earn a bit of money being at Queen Mary, while at Queen Mary, and gain these professional skills. And also we have professional development courses. Study a qualification from a PhD course, including Prince 2 Foundation, business analysis, creative strategy, and many more. To give you an example, at the moment, I work with the 4 students on a charity auction. So we are trying to kind of this summer to learn how to raise money, to be part of a charity auction, to contribute to a greater cause. So that's, if you see in our SBM website, you will see our core mission is creating value, justice, and that equality, diversity. So there's loads more that brings as a overall experience your degree throughout your 3 years at Queen Mary. So these are some of the big enterprises that our students have joined. As you can see, look at the variety of it. And the SBM internships, people have gone into these places. I have myself coach and mentor students. So when students come and say, for example, I got an interview coming up, could I have a little bit of a practice with you? And we kind of, academics together, we give a practice session to students. We train them to be how to present yourself and how to go and get an internship and how to prepare your application, your CV. So there's a lot more. So can you see the variety of places that students have joined? This is just an example, okay? There's a lot more. If you, when you get the opportunity to talk to some of our existing students, they will talk about it. So especially for the graduate destination, so this is after 3 years, we have had amazing outcomes this year. Students have joined really, really big consultancy companies as well. So as you can see, PwC has been very popular, Deloitte, Samsung, National Theatre. We also had students for going to national audit firm, which is really rare. And we also had students going into fashion industry, clothing. I had a student last year went to Chanel, and I had a student in the class, marketing student, going into one of the really popular marketing consultancy companies as well. So this is just a few examples for you. So any questions that I can answer or take away from you, and then I could get your email address and email to you. But while I'm here, please do throw a few questions that you would like me to answer. So I'll go into the chat and see, okay? Great. So
Great. Thank you so much, Ishani. And I hope our audience found that insightful as well. So I'm just having a look at the question and answer functionality. And we have a question over here saying, how many hours of lecture will I have a week?
okay, so a typical week during the working Monday to Friday, you would have 4 hours lectures. So in your first year, you have altogether 8 modules divided across 2 semesters. So in your first semester, you have 4 subjects, and in your second semester, you have 4 subjects. So regardless of what degree program that you will join, all of you will study these 8 subjects. The reason these 8 subjects are taught in the first year within a 1-hour lecture and a 1-hour seminar to get you to think about principles and fundamentals of your own discipline that you will specialize later within the 3 years. So typical lecture is 1 hour and plus a seminar. So outside these 2, some modules will do clinics, some modules do workshops, just to give you that extra support. But typically, each module, 1-hour lecture and 1-hour seminar. But that's, into 4 modules, if that answers your question.
Great. Thank you so much, Ishani, for answering the question. And there is a follow-up question about lectures over here. Can students ask questions during lectures?
Okay, so you guys are entering in the semester A with blended learning. So it will be online learning and also some face-to-face learning. So here you will be divided into small classroom or small groups, and always, this is why I say learning is a conversation. If you were in a classroom or a big lecture theatre, you always welcome to raise up your hand, and that's a great way of engaging in learning. So we'd love to hear from you. When we don't hear from you, we also encourage you to please do raise up your hand. So it makes sure that you understand what I teach, and it's a dialogue basically.
Great, thank you so much. And we have a professional qualification related question over here. Are
That's
there
right. Are
exemptions?
there any exemptions? That's right. So if you're joining my program, which I'm always happy and proud to promote, so that's accounting and management program. But don't forget the new program, accounting and finance, is the first year introducing. So it will take one whole year, 12 months, to get the papers out, because in accreditations, to receive exemptions, we got to run the program 1 year to complete the paperwork. So the BSc Accounting and Management program already is accredited, and it has all three accreditations. ACCA got all full fundamental level. I, ICAW got 6 exemptions. CIMA got whole range of exemptions. But don't forget, BSc Accounting and Finance will have similarly or equally the same. It's just it needs to run for 12 months to get the paperwork submitted. We can't just submit to a program that doesn't exist, if that makes sense. Is it clear, Hannah?
Yes, I believe so. I hope that answered your question. And we have another question over here. Is there
Sure.
a difference between studying at university and studying in college?
Oh yeah, sure. So when you join university, it's more about not just studying something in a broader sense. So at the university, we want you to get to think, what's your strength? What you really love about? And we want to make you to think specializing, specialized subjects, pathways, streams. So at a college, you would be introduced to a whole variety of subjects. And at a university level, we want you to get to specialize. Let's say you specialize in this degree, and then at the end of the degree, you say, I'm really good at audit. I want to be an audit officer. I'm really good at marketing. I want to join a marketing consult. So we are kind of narrowing it and streamlining your interests and your skills and what you really love about. So it's not that broad sense of learning anymore. We're getting you to think about really, really special things that you love about, and we want to help you in specializing that area.
Great, thank you so much. And what else have we got over here? Do we get
How
some of our own modules or are all the modules compulsory?
That's amazing question. So during the first year, we teach you that 8 subjects, as I said, just to give you a flavor of introduction to marketing, introduction to accounting, introduction to management studies, just to get you think about, academic writing skills, academic presentation skills, all that. And the second and the third year, we have 4 compulsory modules, and the other 4 is electives. So you will be offered a range of subjects, some of them not even within the business school, outside the business school, School of Economics, School of Engineering. Some might come and say, I want to get a module in robotic science. That's fine. So we have this opportunity. So going to year 2 and 3 is really exciting, because 4 compulsory subjects to specialize, intermediary and advanced level, and on top of that, something that you would love. You could combine it with finance, economics, engineering, whatever you like, really.
I hope that answered your question. Thank you so much. We have another question over here related to our class. So how big are the class sizes?
It depends. So first year classes, because the subjects are compulsory, you would see around 100 and 120 students. Now we are working really hard to find a way, going online, how to kind of have an interactive classes. This year is a special year for us. So, but don't worry, you in a usually face-to-face year, which is semester B, let's say, it will be around 100 students. But when you are in the classroom, it doesn't look, because we are using kind of spread classroom style, theater style classrooms. So when you talk about, my goodness, 100 students in a lecture theater, it doesn't feel that way, because it is a theater style and kind of, kind of in the way that the lecture theaters are designed, you don't feel that much. But in your seminars, you will only have maximum to 20 students. So it's a more closer group that you work on tasks, case studies, presentations, work on accounting technical side of it, double entry bookkeeping, all these things. So I am teaching seminar groups, which I love really. So during this lecture, I would introduce you to the concepts and theory and fundamentals of the subject. And during the seminar, we'll put that into practice. So during the lecture, you would have to really kind of open your ears well and listen to all these concepts. Some are new, some you already know, but then when you go to a smaller group, you put that into practice, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Okay, so we'll proceed to the next question. Does the lecturer's research influence the content taught in their lectures?
Absolutely. So it's not 100% research focused or research based, but always our teaching there's an influence, and we bring in our research into teaching. It's actually more and more the case because we are governed by externals, and we have accreditations, so we can't really separate these two things together. So something in academia, you hear scholarship, which is the teaching and research. So in a well-grounded degree, you will see a lot of these people teach, are professors in research and scholarship both. So research is part of it, and also we will train you how to kind of read these research articles and put them and use them as references in your writing. So that's how we train you from the first year to the final year, how to use and how to become a researcher, and how to kind of collect data, how to analyze them, how to put that in your writing. So that's really important question that you're asking. Research is very much so focused and important, and we take it seriously.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Our audience is they are very, very engaged, and we've received
Amazing.
questions. However, we only have 5 more minutes to answer the questions, unfortunately. So,
Don't worry.
yeah,
I pick up, okay, as much as I can. So
yes.
what's the difference between accounting and finance degree? So accounting and management degree is for students, those who really want to specialize in accounting and be the accountant. So if you think you want to go to PwC, KPMG and train as accountant, qualify in ACCA, also ICAW, that's the degree for you. Accounting and finance degree will bring you to things like asset management, investment management, private equity, more about investment banking side. So if you were thinking to go to investment banking, that's the degree. But if you want to be that accountant, you're passionate, or if you even don't know anything about, we will train you. So it's to become that accountant. If you have watched that film, The Accountant, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So that's the difference between. So one is accounting and management to bring you to the consultancy side and also the practice of accounting. The other one is becoming a consultant, more investment banking, more finance oriented. That's the difference, okay? But BSc Accounting and Management is a well-established program. BSc Accounting Finance is a new program. Both will go in hand, and I'm really proud of, because I have been part of designing both programs. So it's going to be great. When are the classes expected to be fully offline? When are the classes expected to be fully offline or online?
I think the question is about the applicant being able to attend in-person classes.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we are unaware about this, but we are fully prepared. We are all trained now to go ahead with online if that's safer for you guys as much as for us. And if you to come to campus, and we also prepared for it. So Queen Mary is one of the institutions. Very early in March, we already look at all these broader kind of options, and the team is fully prepared. If we ask to come back, we will be. If you ask to go online or blended learning, either way, we will support you. But remember, this might be only for a shorter period. Looking at 3 years across, you will be thriving. You will get there. What is exemption? So when you take a degree at Queen Mary, so the subjects that you study while throughout your 3 years, these subjects are also accredited by professional bodies, which means when you graduate from Queen Mary, joining a company, you don't have to repeat these subjects. Believe me or not, this week, one of the students came back to me for another something to ask, and he said, Ishani, please inform the students that these exemptions save their life. Otherwise, when you join the companies, they will give you 100 days again to go and join a college to study these subjects. So what we have done is we have kind of synchronized in a way that what you study at Queen Mary has a value when you join professional or when you join your first graduate job. And these subjects you won't be have to study again to qualify as an accountant. So progressing into qualified accountant, if that answers your question. So is there an interview process when applying? We don't have an interview process, but if you're applying for a scholarship, for especially that accounting scholarship, yeah, there will be an interview, but otherwise, no. How are examinations being conducted online? So this year we have had two ways. One is take away home papers. The other one was you get a 24-hour period time, and you within those 24 period time, you get 3 hours to answer your questions. So first half an hour to open the question paper, second half an hour to download, and you get full 2 hours to complete. And in the future, there might be, online, some kind of advanced tools are introduced, but students did fantastic this year. Exam boards are just over, and we have best results that we could have ever expected. So it's going well at the moment. What is the difference between a lecture and seminar? So as I said, lecture is introducing you to concepts, fundamentals, principles, and a seminar is putting that into practice in a smaller group. Lecture is a larger group, seminars are smaller group, like a workshop type. How many days a week do we have classes? So definitely Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is usually easy day on campus. Students do sports, joining clubs and societies, going on kind of, to other employees to visit places, etc. And Thursday and Friday. But at the moment, Queen Mary is working in a fantastic way that we try to bring you to campus as minimum as possible. So as the lecturers, so at least 2 days in the week, you get full time to concentrate on your studies, and some students might even do a part-time job. So we are very sensible, and our timetables are very sensibly put across to make sure not just studies, you also get time to do the revisions and the reading that's required. Can we access the library of all universities that are collectively? That's right. So you could go to Birkbeck, you could go to University of London, you could go to British Library. If some of the libraries, if you can't access, our Queen Mary Library will request those from the archives, the documents to be on campus. So when I did my PhD, there was a document I really wanted from University of York and Durham, and they brought it within a week, and once I read, they bring it back. The facilities are amazing. And also going online this year, there's lots of online resources. Even the textbook copies have come online, so you don't necessarily have to buy this textbook. There will be an online copy. Do you need to be good in mathematics to do a business? No, you don't have to be good at anything, but you'll have to love studying. You have to love, something that, let's say, accounting, finance. So that's all. We will train you from that fundamental level, from the basic level. Accounting is about a logic, thinking about logically. I'm not a very good mathematician, but I'm really good at putting things into a logical perspective. So that's why I love about accounting. So be brave, come join us.
Thank you so much, Ishani. And I really like your last message. Be brave and join us.
Yes,
That's
we're
the message
here.
I would like to convey to our students as well. So that is all the questions that we have received. And thank you, Ishani, for answering all of them.
You're
And
welcome. So for the students who are still in the call, please, if you would like, get in touch with Hannah and get my email address. It's also here in my PowerPoint presentation. Just send me an email if you need further information, okay? I'm happy to provide and encourage you to join Queen Mary. Also, if you want us to make a call, we're absolutely fine. You can talk to us. That's here we are in the rest of the July and August, okay? Hannah, thank you very much for facilitating this call. All the best for you all.
Okay, thank you so much, Ishani, for also taking the time to speak to our prospective students. And before I conclude the webinar, I just wanted to tell you that there is a Unibuddy live chat that's happening right now. In about 10 minutes. It's going to be running from 11:10 a.m. until later on. So if you have any further questions about student experience or anything related to housing, as well as any questions related to studying at Queen Mary, we have our student ambassadors as well as staff to answer those. Well, thank you so much once again, and we hope to welcome you in the future at Queen Mary, University of London.
Have a lovely day.
Goodbye.
Bye.